Okay, and you are?
Mike Van Atten.
Okay, and you're
Performance
with?
management with Vinsolutions.
Okay, and right now we are at Country Home Motors in Kansas City, which is one of our mutual clients for Vinsolutions and Dealer Synergy, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and have you worked with Dealer Synergy before Country Home?
No.
Okay, so what do we do with you? Like, what does Dealer Synergy do with Vinsolutions?
We've utilized your processes and the way that you're doing things to customize and make the system unique to them, to enable them to utilize the system a little bit better and hopefully more effectively while generating a little bit more business and revenue.
Okay, so I just want to kind of go over the people that don't know this, is that Dealer Synergy spent a tremendous amount of time going through VIN. You know, our reps went through the 101 certifications of VIN. I've been to Vinsolutions Corporate with your executives. We shot a complete video on demand training series on Brother Demand. You've had your trainers go to our corporate offices, and we work with a ton of Dealer Synergy and VIN clients across the country. And the reason why we exist, Dealer Synergy, on the CRM level is because I believe, I'm going on record and say this again, I think that Vinsolutions is the best CRM out there, but you are the CRM. Your priority is the technology and the software and the ability, but it should be the dealership's responsibility to turn around and create all of the processes and content within the CRM, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. The dealership needs to make the CRM work for them. And I think you're absolutely right. I've worked with many CRMs in my time in the industry. I do believe 100% that VIN is the best, and that's not just because I work for them, it's because of what I've seen. But it doesn't matter what CRM you have. If you don't utilize the CRM, it's not going to give you anything.
Talking to VIN Corporate and talking to other performance managers, one of the things that comes up, because as a consultant, I get hired to go in and inspect people's processes in their CRM, and what we find is a lot of CRMs, whether they're VIN or they're not VIN, but just CRMs in general, a lot of the processes in their CRM or their action plans, I'll say, are generic or basic or vanilla. And talking to VIN Corporate, what they're saying is that that's not what VIN's responsibility is. VIN's responsibility is not to turn around and tell a dealership how to handle a lead, how to handle an up, how to follow up with a prospect, or what have you. Now, usually, dealers that don't have a process, which is a lot of them, or they don't know what to do, they'll ask their Vinsolutions rep or their performance manager, hey, do you have something? And they'll do it. But I want to just be clear, that's not what VIN's core competency is, correct?
Absolutely. I want to show you how to build it. I want to show you how to utilize it and put it into the system. But it's not our job to tell you how to manage your customers. We want to show you how you can build those things and continue to grow on those processes, because a process is never going to be complete. If somebody's selling 100% of their clients, then yeah, I would tell them we don't need to worry about their process, but you and I both know we don't have that. A process should be, looked at, reviewed, and monitored on a regular basis. And as you've seen, there's tons of processes in there, from showroom visit, phone up, custom. We get into a whole custom process, and that's a whole different ballgame. So there's a lot that you can do. One thing that I've recommended with some stores I've worked with is, maybe you get a committee together. Don't have one person that's putting that process together. Have different levels of the team together, working with you, to say, okay, this is how our customers are, because what happens in New Jersey is not what happens in Kansas.
Right.
What happens in Kansas is not what happens in Arizona. What happens at the BMW store is not what happens at a Dodge store. Every store is a little different, let alone the egos that are in this industry. So you have to make sure that these processes are developed the way that you want your customers to be handled. And what I've seen so far, I think you've hit that nail on the head of getting it started. But again, does that mean that process is complete? No, we have to reevaluate. We have to monitor that process, and we've got to continue to work to develop it. And as a performance manager, my job is to work with the dealership and you to make sure that we're doing that on a regular basis. Are we building what is going to help them succeed?
So what I'm going to say is this, I'm going to go back. I highly, highly, highly encourage every CRM user, whatever CRM company that you have, not to ever utilize the vanilla or basic process that is loaded in the CRM. Don't turn around and be lazy and go to your CRM company and ask them for a showroom process, a be-back process, a data mining campaign, or what have you. That's the analogy I used during training today. Is it's like someone building your house, like a construction company building your house, and then also having them decorate the house. My wife would kill me. It would never happen.
Yeah,
the next thing though is after you turn around and create a custom process, if you don't know how to do that, then don't wing it. Get an outside service, whether it's Dealer Synergy or some other company. Somebody needs to help you create a real viable process, like you said, for your area, for your business, for your goals. Now, once that's created, the next part is this. Let's go back to Vin. This is really important to me that I articulate this in front of a performance coach manager. A lot of dealers are completely freaking lost. They think that if they go through an install from Vin, that they are trained on CRM, and that's great. They're not.
No.
Even if you go through all 101 certifications for Vin, what you're trained on is on the product and on the technology. You still need to understand CRM process, CRM psychology, CRM strategy, CRM content. There are so many other things that are related to CRM success other than just the tool. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's important to set it up the right way. Once it's set up the right way, make sure your people are trained, not just on how to use the tool, but how to use the tool the way that it's gonna be set up the right way. And then the final piece is the accountability, making sure on a daily, not weekly or bi-monthly basis, but on a daily basis, it is being utilized correctly, or else it's gonna degrade. Agree?
100%. Accountability is the number one thing with the CRM, any CRM, and that starts at the top. And if you don't have accountability at the top, it's just not gonna trickle down. But if you have it at the top, each layer below that will understand where their accountability comes in, and they'll do their job. It's 100% accountability and utilizing it and maintaining it daily, like you said.
Perfect.